wingovers are simply turns back and forth. There's really not right or wrong wingovers, because if you get them wrong, things go wrong quickly and you get deflations. If you do them right, then the wingovers are matching their environment. Okay, you're way high up, you're getting over the glider possibly, diving down a lot. You're lower to the ground, you're swinging back and forth a lot without a lot of dive, keeping nice direction control and keeping the glider open. Those are the good wingovers. That's how we want to classify wingovers and think of them.
So wingovers here, right brake, left, weight shifting early, right brake, weight shifting early, left brake, feeling the outside, don't want to deflate.
So, you can do some low-level wingovers. What you want to do is lead with the weight shift, add brake to cause dive, let off and lead the other way. Add brake to cause dive, but don't let the other side deflate. And again. Yeah, that weight shift keeps you from going upside down too much. And you can just pretty much learn to adjust your wingovers however you want them, keeping it flowing all the way into maybe your landing zone. Adjusting them here and there, making it a graceful thing. So, just like that. First thing you need to realize is once you weight shift and add your brake, depending how quick your glider turns, it's going to swing you out, and then you're going to start to drop into your pendulum. If you hold the brake on too long in the very first one, you'll drop into the pendulum, and when you go back the other way, you'll be turning on the way up of your swing. During that arc, you have only a certain amount of time to start to turn your glider the other direction before you're swinging upward on the arc. When you start your direction turn in your glider, where in that arc largely determines whether you're going to cause a wingover that is diving down and gaining energy, or a wingover that is swinging up and turning and is not gaining energy or is using the energy up. Just for a normal set of wingovers, of course we ask you to weight shift first and add brake. So if I was going to go left first, I'd weight shift, add left brake, and right as towards the end of when I added the left brake, I'd look up and then I'd let off and weight shift right quickly. And then I'd add right brake. A little longer this time. Look up, make sure the left doesn't deflate. Let off the right, weight shift left, then add left brake again a little longer. Look up, and so on and so forth. And the timing, you're holding the brake a longer every time as you're making larger wingovers. Okay, that's the secret to keeping symmetric wingovers. Also a nice exercise, you can do wingovers into the wind where you use extra brake in the side you need to steer towards. So if I'm coming this way and my wind's coming, and I would add a little extra, but I wanted to go back that way, I would get extra this way, and I would give a little less, and I would get extra. Learn to do smaller intensity wingovers and steer yourself into an appropriate area or into a position that's appropriate for what you're looking to do. That's a great exercise as well. So wingovers will weight shift, add some brake, let off, weight shift the other way. You're adding brake, let off and go the other way with weight shift and brake. Again. And if you're doing them to get in position, they shouldn't be big so that you can't give yourself a deflation. Swinging in towards the hill. Okay, well, I'm just going to do wingovers. I let the flag out. Turn the glider, weight shift, add brake. Check the other side, weight shift, add brake. And you can start to get some later rotation and get a little higher on the glider. But it's all about, when you start adding brake, you're obligated to keep it open. And then when you swing, you don't need to. So it's just how hard do you want to wing it once you learn how to keep the glider open. So, and then you can come out on smooth if you want. It's always nice towards your LZ there. So for me, generally that time I look at it and the time when I look down, and I look at it when I know it might deflate, when I'm adding the brake to cause it all to happen, and when that phase is over and I'm starting to swing and initiate my next direction wingover, I look down for a moment generally. So if I just do small ones, I'll weight shift, add some brake, check the other side and weight shift the other way, add brake, check the other side and weight shift the other way. So you're just using it, and you can add brake early, but it whoops you harder, and then it can be harder to keep open. So you can add brake at different times, cause different things. And then back into it, it generally feels quite nice to come out of it. One more thing about wingovers. If you cause a wingover and you hold the turn more than a 180 degree turn, then you're not allowed to turn back the other way unless you're doing very large wingovers or reversals on purpose. Because once you turn more than the 180, you really need to just let the glider come out of the turn or the bit of a spiral and then go back the other direction, because you can surprise yourself. Okay, so that's one of the rules that you need to have with wingovers as you're learning them, is if you turn more than 180 degrees, you're not allowed to turn back immediately without exiting that turn completely or exiting the spiral. So if you're doing a bit of a spiral, then you need to let the spiral come out before you go back the other direction.
Wingovers. Weight shifting hard early. Pulling brake. Weight shifting hard early. Pulling brake. The bigger you go, the bigger you feel the outside. Just toning them down a little here.
Winging over. To the right, weight shift left, add left brake, weight shift right, add right brake also, and reinitiate. Right, weight shift left, add left brake also, and